Everybody, that's right. You have just tuned in to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Young, comedian extraordinaire. I'm your host for this digital evening. That's right, because I am in virtual studio with some very funny gentlemen today. He has many nicknames. We know him by so many. There's Hove, there's Hova, there's Baby Idris Elba, there is Cuter Than James, there is Thanos. But today, my man. Mm, UNC broke my heart.
Broke
Ken
my
Miller, the
heart,
Godfather of Orlando comedy, bro. Are you
dog.
all right, dog?
Man, I am now. It's a day removed. I'm good. 2 days removed. I'm all right, man. But
You know what?
but when the
Go ahead.
game ended, bro,
Yeah.
my phone was ablaze.
Oh yeah.
People only hit you up when your team lose.
Yes, sir.
They won't bother
Yes, sir.
you at all. But soon as your team lose, like, gee. And their
Hey,
team ain't even in the
no,
tournament.
not even in it, but it's disrespectful when it comes to UNC because they will put up that Jordan meme with him crying
Oh
because
my
he went to.
goodness,
That's
bro.
disrespectful, Ken.
Son, it was, but I'm excited. I'm pulling for North Carolina State. They got,
Okay.
I think they play Duke, which I hate Duke,
Yeah, you do.
and I'm pulling for Clemson because ACC team. I pull for any ACC team, but
Okay.
Duke,
But dude,
but
is
Duke,
that
yeah,
just
Duke.
ingrained in you guys when y'all are born,
Oh
man?
yeah, we're born. Like it's like you're sitting there. It's like the red pill or blue pill. Like what I'm saying. Which one you gonna take? And whatever you and your family just lean like my family. We're Tar Heels.
Yes,
Like
that's
that's
it.
it.
That's it.
That's it. And
So
and I.
let me ask a quick question though. Let's say one of your nieces,
Oh,
your
my nephew's a
son.
Duke fan. I have a nephew that's his Facebook profile is point guard at Duke University. First of all, he ain't even been to college. Like you could just put any job on
Yep.
your profile now,
Yep.
dog. Hey, well,
Yep.
wait, I'm the 47th president of the United States. Let me go update my profile, dog.
Thank you for your service, Mr. President.
Anytime, man. All the student loan debts is gone. Y'all
Oh,
good.
thank you. Thank
Y'all
you.
good.
Hey man, I got to mention our next part of this show, if you will, man. He's our official sponsor and a very good friend of ours. He represents Kaufman and Lynn. Those people have been representing Orlando and winning for the last 20 years. That's right. It's a lot of people wear Gucci suits, but my man wore a Tigger suit. I'm talking about the one, the only comic book creator and a comedian and a lawyer, Mr. Jeff Kaufman himself. Jeff, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing
Jeffrey.
great, man. I'm glad I was able to celebrate a birthday last night.
Talk about it, man.
I'm
Big
so,
birthday.
man. The worst thing is ever. They jack you in that place, and you're going, just bring out the food. You got one job. You got one job, and
Dog.
and you know what they blamed it on? Ken's
Kitchen.
burnt tenderloin.
Yeah, that's what he
Ah.
said. He was like, "Yeah, man, because the tenderloin, the medium well." I said, "Dog, it ain't. Come on, it don't take
Okay,
that
let's
much
let
to it."
everybody in on what we're talking about. We went to a nice dinner. We got to thank Mr. Jeff Coleman. He wanted to take Ken out because it's his birthday. The Godfather Orlando comedy. Got to celebrate, man. Come on, you know how we do. So we went and we did a very popular Italian restaurant. We ain't gonna say
We'll
the
say
name.
it, Maggiano's. I wrote
Okay,
that
all right,
check.
we're going. All
I
right,
can say their names since I paid. All
that's
right.
true. That's true. So they got this family style where you can order a bunch of different things. Just keep replenishing it. You eat as much as you want. Now Ken ordered the tenderloin. Great. Ken ordered it a certain way that a lot of people might, turn their nose up at. He ordered it medium well, not medium or medium rare. So what
His
happened?
birthday, he orders a meat
That's
however he
right,
wants
baby.
to.
Hey, baby gets what
All right.
baby wants. That's right.
No Diddy B.
Yeah.
We 3 minutes in, yo. You dropped the no Diddy, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
No
Something like
titty,
that.
no extradition. All right, so they're trying to cook Ken's tenderloin, and something happens where they burn it. I think they made it well done instead of medium well. So we had to wait for them
Oh,
to
they didn't say they
complete
burnt
that
it.
part.
They said we're waiting to cook it. They didn't say
Oh,
they messed it
what
up.
happened?
Yeah,
It was taking
yeah.
turns.
I don't know what it was. It just was. It was weird because what made it weird was he kept telling, "All right, it's on its way. It's on its way," and we're like, "All
Wow.
right." And y'all gotta understand, James had a show to go to, so James is like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get this
Yeah, I'm
what was
trying to
the
get some food in my
yeah,
mouth.
I'm trying to get some food, man." And dude's like, "It's on the way. It's on the way." It's like being with your lady, and she like, "I'm almost there. I'm almost there." You
Hey,
like, girl, you better take this medium well tenderloin.
I know, right?
There you go.
Oh,
Yo.
give me 2 more minutes. Turns into 2 hours.
Minutes,
Yeah, I've been
man.
there
But
before.
nah,
Yeah.
Jeff, I appreciate it, brother. I had a good time. Then we went and kicked it at the Funny Bone. Kermit, shout out to Kermit, who had a really good show, good turnout for the side stage. And dude, just a brotherhood. Me and James were talking about it before we started the show.
Yes,
Shout
this is
out to
important.
Alex Yu, who I haven't seen in years.
I haven't.
James apparently hadn't seen Pedro in years.
We
And
haven't.
and it's crazy because like I was outside. I think Jeff was out there, and I was telling him about
Yeah.
how Pedro is the first person to put a mic in my hand.
Yes.
The first person to ever say, "Hey, coming to the stage, Ken Miller," is Pedro Lee, and he hates it. I tell people that story. He hates that story.
We're talking about Pedro Lima. He is one of these Orlando legends, if you will, for comedy. Great comedian, by the way,
Yep.
man.
And then Alex Yu being there, you know, if y'all don't know, Alex Yu used to open for
Pablo
Pablo Francisco,
Francisco.
like toured with him for years.
Mm.
And he was a big staple in the Orlando community when I first started comedy. You know what I mean? Like everybody knew Alex Yu.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So to see him last night, dude, like it really, really made me emotional. Because I hadn't seen him in forever, dude. Like I hadn't seen him forever. You know what I mean? So it was a dope ass night, man. And shout out to Kaufman for kicking it off, bro.
Absolutely, man. It's good times, man. We were talking about the fact that the class that we came up with, the guys that were around when we were first starting comedy, we see them as brothers. We don't see them as coworkers. Like when we see them, it's like somebody that you went to war with.
It's a family reunion.
It's
like,
a family reunion.
Boy, when the last time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We making fun of each other. I kept trying to hit on Kermit grandma last night. I'm like, yo, I'm about to be your granddaddy, dog. Like, for real. I said, you better get your little Chinese Puerto Rican grandma, bro. I don't know what she is. You better get her, bro.
That's so funny. That's us. That's us.
And Miguel was there last night too. Miguel
popped. Yeah, Miguel. Oh, dude, I got to tell the Miguel story, though. Miguel was there last night. Miguel showed out of nowhere too, bro. Like I didn't think he was gonna be there. He came walking around the corner like, when you get here? He's like, I text you. I look and I didn't see the text message.
Yeah, I called you too. Yeah.
So I'm sitting outside yesterday after I got through doing my yard, and Amazon truck walks up, and I'm mad already.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell did my wife order?
Yeah, you think it's her?
You know what I'm saying?
Get off my yard.
Okay. Yeah, right. I get it, Jeff, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, ma'am, this is my address, but I have no idea what this name is. This got to be somebody else. And I look again, and it says Baby Idris. And I bust out laughing, and she was kind of confused. The Amazon lady, like, it is a weird name. And I opened up, and Miguel got me a cigar humidor, and it's tight. It stands up. It has an ashtray connected to it, and it has a little thing for your drinks to put drink on.
Wow.
And he was like,
nice.
He said, so sit on your porch. He said, sit on the porch and upset your HOA people. Cause you know, I'd be on the porch smoking.
Oh, you know what he's sitting there with his speed trap gun. You were 15, 16.
This is a residential district.
That's funny. Hey, Ken, when I get off 75 hard, man, I'm gonna go ahead and invite myself over because we're gonna smoke a cigar and I'm having my drink with you, bro.
Come on through, bro. And give me all y'all come on through, bro. You know I throw some ribs in the smoker.
Bro, come on, man. Let's do that.
Don't mess me with a good time, dog.
Bro,
you already know, bro.
Hey, we gonna start at like 6 and see what time we go home.
Hey, but the thing about y'all, I know y'all to bring something.
Yes, we will.
My other friends has come over.
Man, don't say their name, Dwayne and Chris.
I ain't gonna say Chris and Dwayne.
Hey,
my other friends just come over, bro.
Because we talk about that though. Here's the thing that we had learned when we were coming up in comedy. And this is a great thing for people to see behind the curtain, kind of. When we were coming up, if you were a feature working with a headliner that was already established, that headliner would take care of you in certain ways.
Oh yeah.
Let me like he would. If we went out, most of the time the headliner would kind of pay for dinners and stuff like that.
Buy some drinks.
Buy some drinks. And because of the fact that he knew what you were not making as a feature act, he wouldn't take advantage of you. You know what I mean? There were certain things that you would do for each other. Like a lot of times the feature act, if you guys are doing like a little tour, he'll drive because the headliner's giving him the gig, but the headliner will help with gas money. Like there's some trade-offs in it.
Yeah, I learned that from Pat Garrity. I
Absolutely.
always, on the weekend, I'm going to buy the feature dinner.
Yes. And we do that a lot.
Even now, when I'm featuring for big headliners, it's like, hey man, you want to go to lunch or dinner or breakfast? Like, it's not even Orlando. It's just comedy in general. You know what I mean? That's just what comedians do for each other. So I always joke about them coming over here because I'm the headliner and they roll with me. I'm pretty much feeding them all the time.
Yeah,
and buying
yeah.
them drinks and stuff. So
Hey, some of the funniest people y'all seen on TV, we fed.
yeah.
Right? we really have, man. Some of the
Yeah,
funniest people on
that is
TV making 8 times
100%.
what I'm making. We
And we
fed.
fed them, bro. We paid a bill or two for them.
Yeah,
We done a
bro.
lot.
I claimed the Keem on my for a while I was raising
Man,
them. I claimed them on my taxes.
let me
As
tell
a
you,
dependent,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But good people
Akeem,
though. Good people. But
Akeem called me yesterday, bro. He in
well,
Jacksonville
yeah, he
at the
is.
Comedy Zone, and
Mhm.
you know that hotel. You know the
Yes, I
hotel.
do. He stayed
Akeem,
there?
yeah, and they got put there. They had no choice. Akeem said,
Wow.
"Man, I don't know what it is. I slept so good. So for some reason, when my life is in danger, I sleep better." Dog. I said, boy, if you don't take that to the stage.
That's funny.
He said,
That's
I don't know
funny.
what it is, man. I said, imagine you get kidnapped. You just in the back seat sleeping. Wake your ass up. It's a robbery. Oh, man. Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
nah, 5 more minutes.
Bro, my dude.
But that's the cool thing about comedy, man. You always gonna have a great story because things are not gonna go as planned. You're gonna get in a jacked up hotel sometimes. You're gonna get there and there's a shady promoter who don't want to pay you. He gonna tell you at the end of the show, "Hey man, great job. So let me holler at you real quick. Yeah, you about to get screwed."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Preacher just posted something talking about he went to check into his hotel early,
Mhm.
like 3 hours early. And they was gonna charge him $15 an hour to early for every hour earlier than it was for check-in. He's like, I just walk around the city. I was
Funny
like, I
part
never
is
heard that
Well,
before.
he should be used to that because in Vegas, if you want an early check-in, they jack you
charge
by
you.
25, $50. So he's from there. He know this shouldn't be a spot, but an hourly rate is weird.
That yeah,
I
bro.
do. Real talk, I never heard that.
I know I've heard of it in Vegas.
On
I
my
know that in
hotel
Vegas.
stays. On my
Mhm.
hotel, that's the first time I had ever heard that they'll charge you for checking in early.
That's crazy.
Which
Normally
to
they'll
me,
tell
you
you,
should be able to. If you get a hotel, you should have it for 24 hours. You
nope.
don't.
Nope.
You check in at 3,
Because they
you
gotta
got to be
clean
out
the
at
thing.
11.
They gotta
Three.
clean. They gotta clean the thing. That's the thing. You
Man,
know, if
then
you
I
get out
shouldn't be
exactly this time, then that room won't be available till 24 hours later.
That's
There is a
cool.
hack though.
Give me
If
my
you can
24 hours, dog.
if you call up and you're nice enough to the right people, talk to them with respect, and hey, how you doing today? You can get an early check-in and you can get that late checkout if you want.
Yeah.
It's all how you approach is everything, man. If you do it the right way.
If you call in, hey, you don't
Hey.
mind? My flight got a little early now. Bitch, let me get in the room right now. Dang, son, the room ready, bitch. Give it to me.
I'll come in there and kill
$15
your
my
whole
ass.
family.
Kill your whole family.
Ken, I will never forget that show go to. I'll kill you. Why the whole
Man, you gotta let them know I don't want that last name to ever exist
Hey,
anymore.
are we talking just immediate? Are we
Now,
talking
son, the whole
No.
lineage.
Second cousins,
Hey, tell them,
stepchildren, everything.
The whole lineage. I don't even know if lineage is the right word, but I'm taking the whole lineage out, bro. I don't even want that last name to exist anymore, bro.
We're gonna 23andMe you after your dad. We're gonna go all the way up and down.
Hey,
Can't get a 23andMe.
Hey, they did a 23andMe. Ain't no leaves on the tree. I done took all the leaves off, baby. Don't mess with the God, son. Wow, crazy, bro.
Your whole tree done.
I done took the whole.
Hey, y'all just heard the Godfather Orlando Comedy. Don't mess with him, bro. Take out your whole lineage.
Whole
Y'all
lineage.
don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. I want to remind you guys, if you have not followed us on social media yet, shame on you. Do it right now. I need you to go to Instagram. I need you to go to TikTok. We on TikTok, right, Ken?
No, but we can be.
Bro, we got some funny videos that we can throw on there that we've done with Mr. Jeff Kaufman. We're gonna get on TikTok for y'all. That's right. Y'all can go to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and now you can see us on YouTube. That's right. Subscribe, like, and share all this wonderful comedy so we can keep this comedy train going for another 7 years. I'm your host today, Mr. James Young, comedian extraordinaire, joining virtual studio with Mr. Ken Miller, the Godfather of Orlando Comedy, and Jeff Kaufman. Now, Ken, you said you had an interesting story that you want to tell us real quick.
Yeah, man. I was on the Facebook, as old people call it,
That's
and
right.
I saw a challenge. Have you heard of the Mad Dog 2020 challenge?
Oh, that already sounds bad. I ain't heard
Yeah.
of it though.
So
I
apparently
did that
these.
when I was younger. I
Yeah,
don't even
that's
Yeah.
the
know what
thing,
they.
Jeff.
Yeah.
These kids are chugging whole bottles of Mad Dog.
Oh God.
No, you can't do that.
Ooh.
Like, I don't think y'all understand, young people, how Mad Dog destroyed the black community.
Worse than crack.
Roasting
Yeah,
crack,
man.
bro. What is
Bruh.
wrong with these kids, dude? First of all, who thinks of the challenge? Who was
Some
like,
Somebody.
yo,
dumbass.
man,
Some dumbass. The same with
Somebody.
the Tide Pods.
bro?
Dude sitting around going, "Oh, what's it? Oh, these things look colorful. Let me eat one." Dumbass.
Bro, Mad Dog 2020, if you drink an entire bottle, you gonna
Yo,
turn into a mad dog. Like for
for
real. You're gonna be
real,
frothing at the mouth. You're gonna be
man.
chasing cars. You're gonna be trying to bite your own tail. You can't drink that stuff, bro. It's like unleaded.
Yeah, we don't do that.
For
Bruh.
real, dog. Hey, my dad drunk a whole Mad Dog. I ain't seen him since, bro. I ain't seen Pop since, bro. For real.
Oh,
And it's not even a good drink. That's the
it's not.
thing.
It's disgusting,
It's
bro.
Well,
not
what
even
is
a
good
good
under
drink.
$5? I mean, really think
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
true.
I'd rather have an OE, a quart. Not. I'd rather
Yeah,
get an
that is
OE.
kinda true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that challenge and I was like, oh. But then I had to think, like, I don't think there's a liquor that I would take the like a bottle and
You
down
can't.
it like
You
that.
can't.
It's a liqueur, really. It's a high potency stuff. You know, I guess if it's only 7%, you're fine.
I'm trying to think what I could chug if it was alcohol. What kind of alcohol I could actually get down if I chug, and
It's
I
the
can't
proof
think
that
of
makes
one.
that decision for you.
Yeah,
7%. Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Like I couldn't do like whiskey like that. Like whiskey's,
No.
Oof.
I can't do a shot of whiskey without making a
yeah.
stupid face. You know what I'm saying?
I used to do that. Believe it or not, back in the day. Shout out to Universal Studios. When I would go there, I would do shots of wild turkey.
I ain't
Wild
had
turkey
wild
was my
turkey
thing,
in forever.
bro. I don't know why I used to
But
love it so
why?
much.
Why? What was the first one? Who was the first one who made you think it was cool?
Oh, I don't.
Because that's
a
what
great
happened. That's
question.
how it starts. Some
I
guy
think it was
goes,
my
"Hey, you know
friend.
what's really
Shout out
cool?"
to Mike Valentin. Yeah, Mike Valentin from
Well,
Philly.
he wasn't a good friend then.
No, he was a great friend.
Yeah, you know what you need
Wild
to do?
turkey is horrible for you too, bro.
Yes.
It literally tastes like your chest is on fire.
On
Like
fire.
somebody threw gasoline down your throat and lit a match. Like that's what it feels like. When
That's
you
like
take that.
cinnamon fireball. That's what everyone got into
Oh,
because they wanted to feel
Oh
good about
yeah,
it.
those
Fireball.
were Fireball was the word. Jeff, Mad Dog is 13 to 18%.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
like $4 a bottle.
Yeah,
Listen, you
it
got it
was
at
cheap.
7-Eleven. And how
Yeah.
did you buy that high proof alcohol at 7-Eleven? That's the weird thing.
It was funny because we used to do that thing in high school. I think the statute of limitations is up, unless
Yeah,
New York or
you're good.
California
5
decides to
years.
change it.
Grand theft is 5 years, dude. You're good.
Yeah, we used to do that thing where you hang out, and you see the right kind of person walking by that was over
Yeah.
21.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, how you doing, man? Man, you want to buy something for us in there? What do you guys need? Like some snacks? Nah, man. Something to drink. What do you want, a Slurpee? Nah. We're looking for that.
No, I had a fake ID.
That other stuff.
I had a fake ID back then.
Okay,
you know,
that's
McLovin.
wow. I've
Yeah.
never talked to a guy who actually had a fake ID. How did you get the fake ID, Jeff?
Wow. Ooh, this is bad.
Statute of limitation.
I don't
go.
know about the federal government. I was in the army.
Oh, Jeff, me and you got the same story there.
I got
What?
the army, and I said I lost my ID. I went in and I swapped the year out from 67 to 65, and they didn't catch it. So I had a
Oh.
legitimate military ID. It just had the wrong year on it.
So that was real, though. That was a real
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
but
smart,
hey,
though.
listen, if you're listening, don't think you can go to the DMV and pull that off.
No.
Because that's a crime. You're going to get arrested. It's a felony.
Dude.
Talk about that.
Don't
So
around.
same with me.
Hey,
Like,
but
Jeff.
if you do get arrested, call Kaufman and Lynn.
No, we don't do that.
Jeff don't want none of that.
Unless you fell down while walking in there. See, remember, no fault of your own. That's when you call me.
The dude
That
get
wasn't
5
my
years
fault.
in federal prison for the fake ID, but $50,000 for the fall.
Yes.
You can spend it when you get out, bro.
Hey, when you need us.
Yes.
Hey, Jay, so this is what happened with me, dude.
Uh-huh.
Something like with Kaufman, but so I on base at 18, you could actually drink. I don't know if it was the same for you, Kaufman, in the 80s and 90s, but on base in Arizona, you could actually drink
At
You're
18.
18. Long as you were on base. Now, if you went off base, it's 21 and up, as you know the normal. So I'm 3 weeks from my 21st birthday. 3 weeks, dog. I got 3 weeks. I'm about to turn 21.
Okay.
I am the model soldier. I don't get in no trouble. My first sergeant, dude, I went from like E3 to E4 like quick. Like my first sergeant loved me. I walk in and it's a dude working at the place that do the ID cards. And black kid, private. That's why you shouldn't let privates do stuff like this.
No.
So lower rank,
Not the
do that.
important stuff.
yeah, not important. So it should not be a private. So I'm an E4, he an E2. He making IDs. He's like, yo, what up? My nickname, Butt Naked. What up, naked?
I don't want to know.
I tell you
like
that
butt
story
naked
too.
in the army. That's not a good.
It ain't even that bad. I get to that story next. So I'm like, what up, dog? Get up, blah. He says, hey man, like you here for an ID? He says, hey man, I can make you one, 21-year-old one. You want to get in, drink whatever off base. 3 weeks from my 21st birthday. Or what my dumb 20-year-old ass say.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
I take it.
Bro.
So he gave me a fake ID and he gave me a regular ID. I walk out 2 weeks later, man. They call a formation. My first sergeant said, hey, CID, which is, the Criminal Investigation Division for the military, has come down because they have been giving this private has been giving fake IDs to people.
Oh,
they caught
him. He says, we got the list and everything. And I go in there and tell on myself.
He didn't have a list, did he?
They didn't have no list.
No. He had a list. I wasn't on it.
Oh.
My first, you would have thought I was like his child. Imagine your child. He was so disappointed in me, bro.
Yeah.
That dude gave me 14 days of extra duty. Now, mind you, Arizona ain't got grass.
No.
I'm just picking weeds in the motor pool for hours, bro.
It's 120 degrees out there, too. And he's
hours, bro. Dude, the dumbest thing one of the dumbest things I did in the military, because I had 3 weeks, bro. 3 weeks I was gonna be 21 years old. And I was like, sure. The crazy thing is, Jeff, I didn't even party outside
like that.
I did. Well, I did. I was Ken don't know this. This is the first time I'm telling Ken this. I was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, which is the 82nd Airborne.
Yeah.
So I spent 3 years, and when we would go to party, we would go to like UNC Greensboro, because UNC Greensboro it was a women's college basically, as far as there was a lot of women there, not a lot of men, and half the men were gay. So you would go into that college. It was pretty easy to go to a club at UNC Greensboro and do well. So I didn't know that. We used to party really hard, and
which
that
was crazy, Jeff. That's a
85 to
ride. That's a ride up there, bro.
Oh yeah,
what
2 hours.
Like 2 hours. Yeah, that's a ride to get some cooter.
Which
bro?
Listen,
are you kidding? Army. You in the army,
bro? Men have fought wars over that, bro.
You know what it's like trying to find a woman in Fort Bragg? That was impossible. That was like you had to go on vacation to date.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So the nickname it ain't nothing bad. It really ain't nothing bad. So
naked?
So the 90s was the dog era. Everybody dog. What up, dog? I call everybody dog. Hey, what up, dog? Yo, dog. So they used to call me Mill Dog, like Mill Dog. And it's a rapper named Tim Dog. You know the rapper Tim Dog. His name is Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Yes.
So we sitting there. This too. Shout out to my boy Jordan. Yes, his name is Michael Jordan. Real nice, Michael Jordan. We were stationed together, and he was looking at the back of a CD. He said, "Yo, this dude named Butt Naked Tim Dog. I'm gonna start calling you Butt Naked." That was it. So I was butt naked. I was Butt Naked Mill Dog. Then I was just Butt Naked, and then I was just naked. And so everybody called me Butt Naked or Naked. And I didn't do anything crazy. This is how I got the nickname,
That's
bro.
a crazy ass name to have, and you ain't even get naked.
Do nothing crazy, dog.
Dude, I had a guy growing up. He was like, when he was 10, he shows up to school and he's wearing these. They call them Bobos.
The Bobos, yeah.
They had a song Bobos for $1.49. His mama bought him these Bobo tennis shoes. So his last name was Chapo. So I named him Bobo Chapo when the first time I saw him, and I called him Bo. And this was like he was 10 years old. I saw him later. He had graduated college. We were playing a little basketball. His buddy leans over, goes to throw the ball, and goes, "Bo, take it." And he looked over at me. He goes, "You did this to me."
Yeah.
Bro, his name
25 years ago, you named me Bobo, and it's stuck. And I'm a professional now, and people call me Bobo.
That's
Dude,
hilarious.
what's crazy about Bobos? I thought that was a North Carolina thing.
No,
So
No.
there,
No.
A&P sold
well,
them.
what shoe was? Because for us, it was a Converse, but didn't have a star. They
No.
looked like Converses,
Exactly.
but they wasn't Converse. They called them the Bobos. Yeah,
And they were tied together on a rack, a spinning rack.
yeah.
And you bought them at the A&P. And mothers would go, "What's the difference in tennis shoes?" And everybody knew what Bobos were. So if
Absolutely, we all
you
had
came in with a pair of Bobos, it was going to be a bad day for you.
Bro, the nickname thing is true. I got a partner that I nicknamed him Bully because he used to beat people up all the time in the military, like playfully beat people up, like play fighting. And I named him Bully. And to this day, everybody still calls that man Bully.
that is funny.
I'm talking about from 2002 to this day, 22 years later.
Man,
Everybody
you
still
remember
calls
the
that
guy
man
who
Bully.
tagged you too. You never forget that, man.
Well, I'm looking on Wikipedia right quick, and it says Bobo brand. It's an informal name used to refer to a product that is sold inexpensively under an unpopular brand name. These products are perceived as inferior to better known brand. Though they are less expensive, they are often not lower quality, but we call them Bobo. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the real brand was.
They were called Bobos.
They was just
Were
called,
they just
I don't know the actual, yeah, we called them Bobos too.
They had
but
a theme song.
Yeah.
They had a song to it. So I remember it. Bobos for $1.49. Bobos fit you just fine. I mean,
Yeah.
they had a you know, a song. It had to be Bobos.
Well, I grew up, they were Converse, but they
They
looked
look like
Converse.
They
But
look
they
But they
were
didn't have
not.
a star or
No.
anything, and those were Bobo. My mom used to buy us Cougars. You got to
Yep.
admit, pay less, and you know what Cougars that couldn't what was it? Couldn't afford Adidas or couldn't get Adidas or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Son, oh, dude, my mama was vicious with shoes, bro. I didn't get name brand shoes until I was 15.
I didn't get a name brand shoe until I started working and I got my own money to buy my own stuff.
Yeah, my uncle
Remember
brought me a pair of
JC
Converse.
Penney suits? You got one
Yes.
suit and you had to go to JC Penney.
That's right.
And you if you screwed that suit up, you took a beating.
Or we went to Sears. I know a lot of
Sears,
people are like, what's
Yeah,
that?
Sears.
Yeah, Sears. Bro, golly, we old. Shoot.
Man, y'all old, bro. Y'all need to get y'all life together.
We
Stop
trying.
it. Stop it. You went into the tool place at Sears. Stop.
Mm-mm. I did buy my dishwasher from Sears.
There you go. All right.
Sears.
I ain't
God,
even gonna lie, I really did.
rest in peace, my friend.
Is one still here?
Where?
Sears or JC
out
Penney?
by Florida, Sears, out by the Florida Mall. That's why I just went there like a year ago. That's where I got my dishwasher from.
That's funny, bro. No, JC's Penney's still going strong. They got Michael Strahan suits in there now. Yeah. They're still going.
So the Michael Strahan suit, do it come with a gap? Like what is
That's funny.
like, how do I
In the
close
zipper.
this thing?
In the zipper.
That's funny. It come with a get. It's funny.
Did I
Hey,
have
man.
a gap?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Y'all don't go
Big
nowhere.
white zipper. Yeah.
We'll be right back right here on Real Last, Real Radio 104.1. It's a game, everybody. You are listening to Real Last right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Young, comedian extraordinaire, joined in virtual studio with some really good, funny friends of mine, Mr. Ken Miller, the Godfather Orlando Comedy, and Mr. Jeff Kaufman as well. And I want to remind you guys, if you're not following us on social media, you need to go to Facebook, Instagram. We're going to get on TikTok, but you can see us on YouTube. I want you guys to subscribe, like, and follow, comment, do all those great things so we can keep us going for 7 more years. Now, we were just talking about something funny. When we were celebrating Ken's birthday at Maggiano's, we were having a great time. We were talking about different sexual preferences and what people identify with. And it came up the topic of what's his name? Who's Wayne Brady? We're talking about Wayne Brady, right? And Wayne Brady
was pansexual.
He said he's pansexual, and someone at the table was like, "What does that mean?" And that's when Ken said that means they're attracted to pants.
No. Ken didn't even say that.
What did he say?
She said, "Tell her what she said."
No, I did say no.
He
She
did say
said, "I said that's when people." She said, "I thought she asked what was it."
Yeah, she
And I
said,
said that's when people are
pansexual?"
attracted to pans.
And what did she say?
And she said, "Well, how do they find the pants attractive?" And so I look at Jeff. I'm like, Jeff just started shaking his head.
Like a baseball coach, like shake. Nope, not that one. Nope.
Me and Chase was like, yeah, because you got the Martha Stewart pans. You got the like everybody love Martha's pans.
And then
like,
there's those one pans when they get done with the food, it whistles. Ooh, so that's the one.
You got the pans where the food just slide off.
Yeah,
That's
non-stick.
deep. That non-stick sexy. Oh, I love a non-stick pan, bro.
Don't get me started on cast iron. Once you go black,
Hey, that's it, bro. And you notice cast iron, they big and heavy. I mean, I'm just saying. Just saying, bro.
Good.
Pansexual.
Good
So that's that's when you like everything.
That's when anything
you're attracted to people.
You wake up and
gender.
it could, yes. But here's the thing, because it got me thinking, because we take material from our real life, and we do like some obscure thing, and we make it into 8 minutes of insanity. And we were talking about what we can get away with because of our girls. Our girls can be a little more sympathetic, or they could be, I don't care. But some don't let you make a joke, and you were making that joke, James, about how you had this oral sex joke about your wife, and she hated it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Here's the funny thing. The joke's about how she doesn't do that. So she got mad at me because she says, you're going to have all these people thinking that I don't take care of you. How dare you do that? So I'm like, wait a minute. You mad at me because you want people to think you do that? Yes. I'm your wife. I'm like, what universe am I in right now?
Yeah. And then proceeds to do that.
Yes.
Since you out here telling people.
I know, right? Yeah. So I ain't gonna do it now. Look at you.
My wife was in.
See, this is a lose-lose. That's what we calling this.
All time.
I did the joke about my wife killing me for insurance money, and she was like, "Can you not do that?" I was like, "Why?" Because everybody in the comedy club turned around and looked at me like, "Yeah," because they really think you're a murderer, kid. Like, come on.
Yeah. They're looking at me.
Big of a deal. They're looking.
But here's the problem, and we talked about it. Here's the problem when we do jokes about anybody that we're with and they're in the audience. People think everything we say on stage, for some reason, not all people, but most people think it's absolutely true. So they will go ask that person after the show, "Are you the wife?" "Yeah, I'm the wife." "Is that really true?" And my wife's like, "No, y'all know he a comedian, right?" Like, "No, I didn't do that. I didn't kill our kid." Like, no.
Yeah.
Remember the Benadryl? You remember the Benadryl?
God, the Benadryl joke.
When the lady was like, "Hey, man, you shouldn't do that joke," because her kid died from a Benadryl overdose, and I was sympathetic, but at the same time, I'm like, "Ma'am, you probably shouldn't take parenting advice from a comedian."
No, and I'm
you know what I mean?
Like,
like, come on, man. It's
and that's where we're at, right? Like nowadays, right? Like, of course, we all have something we can relate to that's happened bad in our life, and we're sitting in a comedy show. But you can't expect a comic to censor his comedy if something like that bad happened in your life, because then he's going to have to do that for everybody.
Everything.
Then pretty soon we can't talk about anything.
Yeah.
So
well, that's all. You see, you didn't mind me making the black joke, but the gay joke offended you.
Yeah. Oh, the black joke.
I'm glad to know you pick and choose where you decide your racism and discrimination come from.
Jeff, go look at a comedy video on Facebook or Reels and go read the comments. People are really like, why would you do that to your child? I didn't.
It's a joke.
But it's funny because people will be in the comment like, "Oh, hey, you can tell some people have never been to a comedy show."
Yeah,
but I do think that certain comedians think it's edgy to try to set people off, and I think that's the thing. I mean,
that's their intention.
I heard this one guy open up and he goes, "That's why there are no black people in heaven," and I was like, "Going, work your way out of this." Okay. I was thinking, how are you going to? And the fact is this: he couldn't.
What's the punchline? What was the punchline?
The punchline before, I forgot. It's because every time he sees something on TV or in the Bible, there's never any black people in the pictures and everything. But the worst part about it was there's no joke that gets you out of it. And every time somebody does that, like guy opened up for us, he goes, "Yeah, Mexicans are ugly." And I'm going, where are you going to get your way out of this? And he couldn't, because
Where's the funny in that?
Joke is so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's so perfect that people will just lose their mind, what's the point of doing it? Because you think, and I'm not saying there's a purpose behind every joke, but when you're breaking out the baseball bat,
there is a purpose
you better
behind
figure out
every joke. Yeah. It's a punchline.
Yeah.
It's to make people laugh. But if you just say it because you want to hear groans and shock, I don't understand that. Like, I'm not that comic, so I don't get it. But there are people who get off on making people
No.
feel uncomfortable
And I
with no
find out that
punchline.
comedians love certain comedians, as long as you don't have to follow this guy. If when I see comedians and it's a really rough joke, comedians love the roughest joke possible, even if they know it won't work in a
Yeah.
regular audience. They sit
Sometimes
there,
they
oh
like
my
that.
God, that was a brilliant joke, man. You're the best. You aren't the best because you come up with the most offensive thing.
No,
You know,
not at
but
all.
but
I
some
mean,
guys are into that.
to this day, Jeff, I've never understood it. My goal is to make the audience laugh, have
It's
a good
mine.
time, be comfortable. I
Yeah.
never went in with the fact that I want them to be so uncomfortable that it makes them like, because I don't laugh when I'm uncomfortable.
No.
Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's comics out there, like you said, they really like, man, I'm gonna push
No.
the envelope so far that I'm gonna make somebody feel bad. And
Yeah.
if that's your style of brand of comedy, that's you. I don't dig it.
Ken, I'm
For
with you,
me.
bro. I ain't never been in no prostate exam and just laughed my ass off. Like, I ain't never been getting poked and be like, this is
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Bro, never.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like
You know,
laughing.
I think I remember when I used to listen to Richard Pryor records and all the greats out there and all the stories they would take directly to themselves. It was always about how bad their screw up was. You know, Richard Pryor about
Self-deprecation.
setting himself on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when Richard Pryor made that a joke about him running down the street on fire, and I'm losing my mind.
Yep.
And I think that's it. I think it's easy to take it to yourself. It's too easy. I mean, we do it all the time. You do it to your best joke, and I ain't blowing it, James, is you're taking a joke directly to yourself.
Yeah.
And it is, and the
Yeah.
payoff
Payoff's
is 4,000 times over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, I think that's hard. And certain people just don't have anything to make fun of.
Oh, they do. They just need some help. They need us to tell them. We can definitely tell them, hey, man, there's some things you can make fun of yourself about. And I think that's the fun thing about hanging around comics, because we can crack on one another in a way that's not politically correct, and no one's feelings get hurt, no one's upset. But that's kind of what we do, and but it's all said with love. Like, that's the best part of the
Yeah.
shows to me when we get to do them, is afterwards hanging out.
And it depends on I don't joke with new young comics. I don't.
Well, they don't
Gotcha.
find anything funny. There's
I mess with y'all all day.
Yeah.
I don't really mess with.
I saw a guy came in. He says he wants to do stand up. I guess he was a friend of Kermit's. He had 3 friends over there, and the guy was talking about he looked like a tattooed Clark Kent. He had the Clark Kent glasses on. He looked like a little pudgy. And this one, I said, dude, if you want to do stand up, you got to go directly to you.
Yep.
You know,
Talk
you are
about
the
you.
perfect. You get up there. You are a character. You if you want to do this conduct, you want it to be funny, take it directly to you.
I've said this before, though. My comedy really took a turn when I just talked about what I knew, not stuff I thought would be funny. When I talked about, like, my life, when I talked about what's around me, things I know, being a husband, raising my kids, funny things that happen. I really feel that when you talk about stuff that really happens, things that you really have some vested interest in, you tell the joke a little different. You tell it with a little bit more oomph because it comes from a real place. But that's just my way of thinking. But my comedy really started to take off when I talked about stuff I know instead of things I
And the
made
reason
up.
for that is because when people leave, they feel like they have something in common with you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why
Yes.
I'm always talking about kids and marriage and my family,
Mhm.
because that's what I can't talk about anything. I don't know anything.
I don't know anything else.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
with you.
I can't do a comic book joke because I ain't never wrote no comic book.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
True
apparently
indeed.
I don't speak good English either, because I said I ain't never wrote no. So,
I ain't never.
but I do know.
Well, I know a
Lineage.
game show you could be on that's coming out soon.
Yeah. All right, man.
Got him.
Hey, I want to. I know I saved this for the last 2 minutes. We got about a 3.5, but I definitely want to remind everybody something cool that's coming up. Don't forget, people, on April 11th. That's right. That is the second Thursday of every month, downtown Orlando at the Corner. Kaufman and Lynn sponsor a show called All for the Money. That's where you guys get to see an interactive comedy show like no other. It'll be
For free.
for free. Me, Miguel Colon Jr., Ken Miller, and Jeff Kaufman will be doing 10 new minutes of material that you have never heard. And we get to play interactive games with you. We do story time. We tell you guys an embarrassing, crazy, wild story that really happened to us that you guys can share. We do a very funny scavenger hunt at the end. It's called All for the Money, where we'll ask you guys, do you have certain things? And if you can show us right away, you win that prize, man. It's all for the money. You guys are absolutely going to love it. If you want to get tickets, and I suggest you do it now because it does sell out. It will sell out. You go to whenyouneedus.com/events. Get your tickets right now. It is always a good time. It's sometimes a hoot, but it's always a holler.
And we have Dean. Dean is
Yeah, I was gonna
actually
say, yeah,
showing
we got
up.
special guests. We got special guests this month. Miguel is gonna be at the Funny Bone with our boy Jolly that night.
Nice.
So Dean Napolitano will
Who
actually be
is
kicking
the
it with us.
king? He's my comedy mentor. When I was first doing comedy, he took me on the road, showed me the do's and don'ts, and I really hold this guy in high esteem in regards. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't be here with y'all right now doing comedy. So we really love Dean. It's gonna be a great show.
It's
Where you
intimate
guys
as
gonna be
hell,
this-
and we beat
Go
the
ahead.
hell out of people. It's fun.
Yes, we
I
do.
mean, if you've never been, you got to go at least
It's a
once
party.
because it's like nothing you will ever go to.
That's right. It's a great time. We get to do
And
some
it's free.
improv games.
What's the worst
It's
thing happen?
complimentary. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
And we get to do things with you guys, which is interactive with the actual audience. You are never going to see a show like this, guys. Trust me. You don't want to miss out. Where you going to be this weekend, Ken?
This week, man, I just booked a Don't Tell Friday, April 5th,
Congratulations.
but it is my wedding anniversary weekend, so I won't be.
Congrats.
So actually, we're going to celebrate Tuesday night because my wife got a convention with her sorority in town, so she'll be doing that all week. So Tuesday, going to some jazz thing, and then Friday I got Don't Tell, and then Sunday be getting my 6-year anniversary on, which I get to. You know what that means? Flip her over.
What that buff for?
Hey, Mr. Coffin, where are you going to be, sir?
Actually, I'm out, man. I have a big concert weekend down in Lauderdale. There's
Nice.
I'm saying everything from Boys to Men to everything. It's gonna
Look
be fun.
at you. Okay. All right.
Nice,
God,
bro.
give me a reason.
Kaufman, going to see Boys to Men, yo. You know what that means? You taking your lady?
Yeah, what's this buff for? Yeah,
You get you get to flip over, boy. What that butt do?
what
Boys
that
to
butt
Men,
do?
Boys to Men definitely flip over music.
That's true. That is
What that
definitely
butt
some
do?
music. Hey, I will not be anywhere this weekend, which means I'm going to be finally home with my beautiful wife. We're going to hit up a theme park and the movies and just relax, man. I want to personally thank you all for listening to Real Laughs. You guys have really, truly been reaching out to us. We love seeing you at the shows. Thank y'all for the support. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Go to Instagram, Facebook, and go to YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, and please share all hilarious so we can keep it going. Thank y'all for listening. On behalf of myself, Ken Miller, and Jeff Kaufman, tell them what to do, Ken.
Take your ass to bed.
And we out.